Disney Vibes Podcast, talking insider tips, tricks, and pixie dust. For the most magical place on Earth, here's Andrew and Heather.
Back and better. This is episode 69 of Disney Vibes, brought to you by Magical Destinations Travel. You like us, our content, our show, please show your support. Book your next vacation wherever that road may lead you. Disney World, Disneyland, Disney Cruise, other cruise lines, Universal, everything, all inclusive. BookMDTravel.com. Costs you absolutely nothing, and you get the support of one of our fabulous agents. And please continue to download the Disney Vibes podcast, wherever you get your podcast from. If you like that content, give a 5-star review and a rating as well. We greatly appreciate your support. I thought you were raising your hand already.
No.
No.
Yes, support. Great. Thank you.
Please,
it's early, friends. It's early. We're getting ready to leave for our trip. I don't even know what time it is. All I know is I have a cup of coffee in my hands.
It's all that matters.
And we're going to the most magical place on earth. So I'm happy.
That's
but
it.
It's still early.
All good.
Yeah.
All good. All right. So we were got rid of the jokes for a little bit and the would you rather this or that, and have gone into some fun facts, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
I have one. I have one.
Go ahead.
Okay. Walt Disney was presented with one normal-sized honorary Oscar and 7 little Oscars for Snow White and the Seven Dwarves in 1939.
Interesting.
Or 38, excuse me.
The little ones. That's cool
Yeah,
for the
that was
dwarves.
cute.
Speaking of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, that was Disney's first animated feature film. The filmmakers used real water, slowed down in the edit to visualize the effect of rain. The snow, briefly captured late in the tale, was bleached cornflakes shot on black and superimposed. Interesting.
It's just crazy.
How filmmaking was
back in the day.
way back when, right? So, all right. So lots of news has been coming out. We're going to have a discussion about all the things about D23, which is Disney's Ultimate Fan Fest. Wanted to go over just a few things with Lightning Lane Multipass and Single Pass and like some FAQs. So for those who don't know, Lightning Lane Multipass and Single Pass at Walt Disney World have replaced Genie Plus, as we have talked about on previous episode. There's been positive and negative feedback from those who have used it, but it does, basically replace the old system and does allow you to utilize the system prior to your arrival. When you can use it really depends upon if you're an annual pass holder, if you're staying on property, so that's a perk. If you stay on site, you get a full 7, maybe 14 days, depending on how long your trip is, to be able to use it and really plan out your vacation. Those who are not on site or annual pass holders, so on and so forth, only get about 3 days, beforehand. So that's the big thing. A lot of people are saying, well, the big thing was there's now no more alarm clock, right? You don't need to get up early in the morning to get your Genie Plus selections in right away. Now, the one thing I will say is there's still virtual queue. So I don't want to say...
you don't have to get up early.
You don't have to if you want to just pay, right? Pay to play. But you can save money that way there's still the 1 o'clock virtual queue in the parks, but the 7 a.m. is still good for both Guardians at Epcot and at Magic Kingdom. It is Tiana's Bayou Adventure and Tron. So you do have the option as well. But, basically this all came about because they decided that the Bob Iger and then the powers that be were listening, right? Mm-hmm. Guests would rather have the option to do more of their planning before their theme park day rather than early in the morning and a wake-up call and too much screen time during the day, right? So that is the big thing. So besides making your selections in advance, it is quite intuitive and easy. You can modify, just playing with it ourselves. It is pretty simple. Now, the big questions come, how much does Lightning Lane Multipass cost, right? So Multipass costs varies supply and demand. I would be saying it probably would be the high range, about $40, depending upon the park, per person per day.
Person per day, not per ride.
No.
Okay.
No. Multipass is the 3. The tier 1 and then 2.
More than one.
Yep.
Pass. Got it.
Single pass is just you pretty much are paying for the ride.
And that would be equivalent to Lightning Lane, like last time.
I don't know if they've, we'll let you know if they've actually updated the signage. I'm assuming they have.
Right.
But so for example, Tiana's was only I think it was $14 per person on the day I checked. Right, Thursday versus Saturday is going to make a difference. Tron was $20. That's the individual. Right, multi pass was $27 per day per person on the day I checked.
But it doesn't include those rides, or does it? No, it doesn't.
Nope.
So,
It's one tier. Doesn't include Seven Dwarf either.
Right.
One high tier, so like Space Mountain. Tiana is included in that if it's available. Big Thunder Mountain, and then you have the and Peter Pan, and then the smaller ones, smaller tier, Small World, all those kind. Right. Any of those Prince Charming's Carousel, all those. So that is the big thing. You make up to 3 Lightning Lane selections in a theme park. It is very good. Once you tap in, you can quickly get another one.
So you don't need to wait until your last one's exhausted.
Correct.
Or wait
Correct.
Remember 2 hours.
Right.
Timer
and it is per person per day and not the duration of your visit. So it could be $110 a day or whatever the case may be. Right? So just keep that in mind. You can also purchase 2 single pass selections per day.
2 single pass okay.
Ahead of time, and your 3 multi-pass. So you could have 5 things planned out per day. People have asked that, so I just wanted to make sure, that was a big question, right? We talked about the amount of days, which is a huge, huge factor of planning 7. And if you're staying 7, they give you the 14, right, days out versus, 3 days out if you're an annual pass and everything like that. So that is the one thing, and I would say is key. As far as the early booking window, staying on site is pretty much, all of the value, moderate, deluxe resorts and villas, and it also includes the Dolphin, the Swan, and the Swan Reserve and Shades of Green. Right, so that is very similar to the eligibility for the 7 a.m. individual Lightning Lanes as well. Questions on that?
Nope, just taking it all in.
Okay. Lightning Lane, single, multi-pass, both can be purchased together. So you can do all 5 at once. Boom.
Yeah.
Apple Pay or whatever your credit card is in the My Disney Experience app.
Yep.
Multiple days cannot be purchased in the same transaction, but can be at the same time.
It makes no sense. But
It does. So you can't purchase all 4 days in one credit card thing, but you can purchase it that same day.
Okay.
Got it?
How you worded it. Got it.
All righty. The nice thing is you're not making a blind purchase, so you'll be able to see available times and attractions before buying, which I did. So when I was looking at Hollywood Studios, for example, I was like, well, it's Slinky Dog at 6:30. I was like, whatever. I'm not waiting all day at 6:30 for that.
Right.
You could book that and always go back and modify. I know a lot of people have had success. So as far as eliminating or limiting the amount of screen time, I don't want to say that's 100% because you will be still doing things with dining and this kind of stuff as well. So there is non-refundable. So I would not try to ask for a refund, in that regard. So there is no more 120-minute rule, right? So we talked about that. As soon as you go in, you're in, and the same thing is there's not rewriting. So just with Genie Plus, you won't be able to book the same Lightning Lane more than once per day. So you'd have to wait in the standby line if you wish to, right? But you can use it when park hopping. So that's a big thing as well.
Okay.
And then remember, the big thing is to look ahead of time at the different tiers for each park. So like Group A, you choose 1, and then Group B, you choose 2 or 3 if you want.
Oh, so that's how it's broken down.
Right. So you can only choose 1. So Magic Kingdom, Big Thunder, Jungle Cruise, Peter Pan, Space Mountain, Tiana's, and Group B's everything else. Pirates, Haunted Mansion, all those.
The Pirates.
Right.
Yep.
Group A at Epcot is Frozen, Remy's, and Soarin'. Group B, everything else. And Test Track's currently closed, so it's not in there. I'm assuming that'll be a Group A once it reopens. Hollywood Studios, Group A, Runaway Railway, Millennium Falcon, Smuggler's Run, Rock and Roller Coaster, Slinky Dog, Group B's, everything else. Which I was surprised with Tower of Terror. Right? And Animal Kingdom, there is no Group A-B. It's just, here you go. you can choose them all.
Yeah.
Except, obviously, Avatar Flight of Passage, which is still a paid one. So,
Okay.
alrighty? The tiers can obviously change, but just wanted to give you guys, there was a lot of questions that were coming in. People were seeing, is it, I just got used to Genie Plus, and now look what you've done to me. You've changed this. So just wanted to give everybody a little heads up in regards to the multi-pass and single pass use of Lightning Lanes at Walt Disney World for, let's say, the foreseeable future.
Right.
So
well, the one thing I admire, and you said that, they're listening, because, when you're sitting there first thing in the morning, it's like, it's a lot of stress that morning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a lot to do. It's a lot to do. And, we got to get here. Everybody approaches their vacation differently, and to each their own is what it really comes down to. So, making the schedules and this and that. But
kudos to Disney.
Yeah, they listen to the fans, and this is what they've come up with. And, you're not going to appease everyone, and let's see how it goes and give it a chance. And they're going to tweak the system. I mean, it's only been out about 2 weeks, and we'll go from there, 2-3 weeks. So, all right, we talked about D23. I'm sure everybody has seen some of the announcements over the socials, and you've been waiting with bated breath for Heather and my commentary about all of the things, right? But D23 2024, this is the future for Disney parks, cruise ships, and beyond. So if you can believe it, they literally just wrapped up. There was almost 50 announcements besides movies and everything like during the Horizons Disney Experiences Showcase at the Honda Center during D23 out in California. So these aren't just blue sky announcements for some time somewhere down the road, which is what is sometimes happened in the past, but these are things that are currently active, in progress, building right now, and you'll start to see them come to life over the next 5 years. So it's a 5-year plan. Now, they need to do this if you're not sure and you don't know what's going on. Epic Universe opens up next year in Florida. So it's kind of a response, some of these things, I would say, to Universal's Epic Universe, which will have Super Nintendo World and How to Train Your Dragon and everything like that. They're actually third park. So Disney's not opening a fifth gate, right? But they're expanding. So the sky's the limit. They're getting started. And Josh Tomorrow, who we're a big fan of, said, at Disney Experiences, Imagineers dream, create, design, and build these stories into real places. They have Imagineers in place right now all around the world because everything we're going to share with you is in active development. Plans are drawn. Dirt is moving. He wanted to be clear about that. We're doing everything you've heard here tonight. So here are some of the things that they have announced, which is exciting. Disney Cruise Line will be launching 4 new ships. 4.
That's bonkers.
Setting sail from 2027 to 2031. The Disney Cruise Line fleet's expanding. It'll bring the total number of ships docked around the world to 13. Plus, there were new details about the Disney Treasure and Disney Destiny revealed. So, very exciting. We know right now there's 5. Treasure will be 6. Destiny's 7, launching November 2025. And then the one that's going to be in the Asia and Pacific waters over there is 8. They have 2 over there coming out. One was the one we talked about that they bought half made. Yep. And there's another one. So that's the 9, and then 4 more ships. 4 more.
4 more for us to try out.
I love it. I don't know if we'll be going to Asia right away, but
no, I agree.
I'm excited to see, how where they're all going to be. Maybe Texas, they're not going to have to move them around as much. Maybe
New York.
I would love it. New York, New Jersey, the Royal Caribbean. That would be massive, massive. So. I know they'd have to move it in the winter, but that's huge. So stay tuned with a lot of information with DCL. The one thing I do want to say about Disney Destiny, I think we posted a lot of information. We gave a ton of info about it last time. So that launches next November. Very excited about those itineraries with the 4 and 5 days. I know it's the Bahamas, but going to both private islands will be a key for the Disney Destiny. So, all right. Construction begins, right, for Monsters, Inc. Land, Jokes Around at Hollywood Studios. So Sully, Mike, and the rest of the crew from Pixar Animation Studios Monsters, Inc. will be moving into Disney's Hollywood Studios and let humans inside the factory for the first time. You'll be able to see Boo's door, right? And it's going to be a roller coaster of sorts.
And you're suspended from the air. It's
and the concept art.
One.
Right, yeah. So it looks pretty cool. I mean, I'm a fan of the Monsters, Inc. Movies.
Series, yeah.
Next up, Ka-chow Cars at Magic Kingdom. So zooming to construction starting in 2025. Fan favorite stories and characters from Cars will be racing into Magic Kingdom with 2 new attractions and fun for the whole family, right? So, and we'll post this. This is going, I think, there was a whole big article. It's going on Tom Sawyer Island. And they say they're going to be draining that water. And really, there's going to be a lot of work done in that area. So if you are and you're a fan, you want to go there, this will be one of the last times soon. I'd say by the end of 2024, they're going to start the construction. You won't be able to go to it.
And that buddies up to Frontierland.
Right, in Big Thunder Mountain. So it kind of works. If you've ever been to California Adventure, you know where Cars Land is out there. They didn't say Cars Land. Like, no, it's not going to be like it is in massive. California Adventure. It's awesome with the whole main street, Radiator Springs.
Right. No, it's definitely just going to be incorporated in what do they have now. It's not going to be like you said.
And it's I don't think it'll be, like the Star Wars rides, Rise of the Resistance are the same. They're not going to do, I don't think, Radiator Springs racers.
No, even
here.
from the concept art, if you look at it, it looks like
it's different.
To me, it looks like you're driving a car, but one of those like similar to what you have in the Magic Kingdom area,
Tomorrowland Speedway.
Yeah.
So I think that this will ultimately be the downfall of Tomorrowland Speedway. It's kind of old school, and they're trying to think of what else they can do. They may retheme that too. Right. I mean, it's right next to it, right nearby it. So I mean, not right next to it, but we'll see. Maybe not. I could be totally wrong with that. Please don't send hate mail if you love Tomorrowland Speedway. But Cars will be exciting. Now, the big thing, what I thought too, which was interesting with Cars, is you need a family-friendly alternative for their next announcement, which is the Villains Land, right? So this is no happily ever after. You'll be seeing a darker side of your favorite fairy tales when the villains cast a spell over Magic Kingdom. So that's going, I think, beyond Big Thunder in that area, the Villains Land. And then, obviously, Frontierland's right in front of it. So for those kids who don't want the villains, you have Cars, nice and happy.
I want Cars. I don't want villains.
Well, we're going to still go.
I am not okay. And you know what? I want to see if any of...
They'll do it right.
I know they will, but we were brought up on the villains being the bad people. And now we're inviting them into the most magical place on earth. It's a me thing. It's such a me thing.
Okie doke.
Okay,
got it.
What are we, Gen Z?
Correct. Based on
I wonder if other Gen Z people agree with me.
Yeah, well, reach out. Let us know. That's it. Tropical Americas at Animal Kingdom will be sprouting to life. Lions, tigers, Indiana Jones, and the Madrigal family. Oh my. Tropical Americas will come to Disney's Animal Kingdom, featuring everyone's favorite archaeologist and the magical casita from Walt Disney Animation Studios film Encanto. So that will be coming to Animal Kingdom, which I believe, I want to say it was replaced in the Dino
Land.
Right, that area. So if you want to go on the ride Dino one more time, you may want to try that out, because I think that may have its swan song. It's done. Avatar-themed destination at California Adventure, just like we have one at Animal Kingdom. They're going to have a new corner of Pandora, so to speak, inspired by Avatar: The Way of Water and future Avatar films. So again, like Cars Land is going to be different, Avatar Pandora will be different out there at California Adventure. So they will also have the first ever Walt Disney audio animatronics figure coming up, right? And I was wondering if it was going to put it on the Carousel of Progress or something, but it does say when you stop by for a visit with Walt Disney: A Magical Life at the Main Street Opera House at Disneyland, it will then play in rotation with Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln. So it'll be pretty cool to see how they make Walt come to life.
Well, hopefully they can bring it to Disney World.
Yeah, I mean, eventually I think they're going to test it. They're trying to give each park its own distinctive features.
I get it.
Avengers experiences around the globe, right? So suit up. New Avenger experiences are coming to DCA. It's going to double in size with 2 new attractions, Avengers Infinity Defense, which I heard was you're taking on Thanos, and the Stark Flight Lab. So Tony Stark and Iron Man. So that'll be kind of, it needed to be expanded after we had went to it. It wasn't anything we're like, ooh,
No, it felt like it was missing stuff.
Well, it is, and it's going to double in size. So it should be good and definitely a lot of fun. Coco attraction is coming to Disney California Adventure, which I thought they'd bring here too. Maybe they will, but you'll be able to travel to the Land of the Dead with Miguel and his skeletal family from Pixar's Coco, and an all-new attraction coming to Disney's California Adventure. I thought they'd bring that to the Mexico Pavilion in Epcot.
We already did. It says, hold on, coming to Disney. Wait, attraction. It's attractions, but it's not a ride. We have somewhat of an attraction already inside Epcot or inside the
pavilion. Yeah, maybe.
I mean, just an area.
We'll have to see. Yeah. Tiana's Bayou Adventure at Disneyland will be opening November 15th. So it's already open in Disney World. It's coming to Disneyland. 2 new lounges are coming to Disney World. So one will be inspired by Pirates of the Caribbean and Spaceship Earth. So as Epcot continues to get transformed, Pirates of the Caribbean is going to be right near the ride. It's, what is that place called?
Across the street.
Well, I don't know if it's right there. It's just being reused there.
Okay.
We'll have to check out construction walls. Test Track. As we know, it'll be racing into 2025, so it's getting newly rethemed, presented by Chevrolet, and that will be reopening in 2025. So Test Track at Epcot will reopen. There'll be some new adventures in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Mando and Grogu have a new adventure on the horizon coming to Galaxy's Edge. In 2026, join the Mandalorian and his youngling on brand new adventures coming to Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run in celebration of the new Star Wars film, The Mandalorian and Grogu, coming to theaters in 2026.
I'm on that. I love it.
And a new nighttime parade to debut at Magic Kingdom. So when the sun sets in Magic Kingdom, the new parade will waltz down Main Street. You'll be witnessing Disney Starlight. Disney parks around the world will also have new spectaculars on the horizon. So that was just kind of a slew of a bunch of the announcements. Obviously, films, Toy Story 5, Frozen 3.
There's a ton of new.
We know Moana 2, a bunch of those. They also announced Zootopia, I always mess this up. Zootopia, Better Zoogetter. Got it.
Yeah.
That'll be opening in 2025 at Animal Kingdom. That's a show. As well. We know Test Track. I'm trying to think anything else.
Snow White is a live action. Like they're bringing
the
that
film.
to light.
Yep.
Snow White, Lilo and Stitch, same thing.
I didn't see that one.
2025. We have the Zootopia Incredibles 3.
Oh yeah, that was another one. Incredibles 3. Indiana Jones Adventure will be coming, like I mentioned, to Animal Kingdom. It's not replacing the one at Hollywood Studios. It's in addition to. So that's massive. That's coming. Let's see. I think
there's a Tron, although I've never seen the first one. Tron Ares.
Oh, a new movie.
Yep. Avatar, Fire Ash.
Yeah, there's like 6 more Avatars coming. I think I haven't even watched the second one. Did you watch the second one?
No.
Okay.
Daredevil, Born Again, The Fantastic Four. Star Wars, Skeleton Crew. I mean, I don't know what half of these are. Percy Jackson and the Olympians is season 2.
All right.
Andor, season 2. Ironheart, Hoppers.
So this is a lot of Disney Plus film catalog, I would say, right? Is that accurate?
I'd say so. Maybe, let me see. These definitely, but the other big ones were, like we said, the Toy Story 5, Lilo and Stitch, The Incredibles.
There is, I didn't know if you knew this, but Frozen, World of Frozen will be opening at Disneyland Paris soon.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know if you knew that.
Man, too bad we didn't time that out. Go to the Olympics and then shoot over to Disneyland Paris.
Oh, well, yeah. Like we were going to Paris anyway.
Just kidding.
Anyways, if you follow Disney Parks blog on all the socials, if you follow us, we've been posting a lot of different stuff as well in regards to all of the major announcements. There are tons all around the world, in Shanghai, in Tokyo as well, the different things that they're doing at each park and the amount they're investing in each one. We only really hit the stateside ones, with Disneyland and obviously Walt Disney World and Disney Cruise Line. But yeah, so they did say they were investing a ton of money. Josh D'Amaro said the dirt's moving, so these things are happening. There's also been rumors of Reflections, a Lakeside Lodge, which is on the old River Country property, pretty much right next to like Boulder Ridge Villas and Wilderness Lodge now. They say that may be coming back as well, maybe revived. They just extended the permits for 5 years, so that could be the next DVC resort after this island tower at the Polynesian opens up. So they are moving things. I don't know where else they would put a hotel, so I think that would be the next logical spot since they had already put some stuff, cleared it, and concrete and so on and so forth. But we are excited for our trip. We will be keeping you posted on all the things at the park currently, crowds and everything else. Heather's very good about seeing and documenting it as to what's going on. Never know how we're going to make out with the Wi-Fi and how good or bad it is when we go on the Wish. But we will definitely take pictures and everything as well and post those when we get back if needed. All right. Any final thoughts, Heather?
No, but if anyone actually has any questions, feel free to send it via socials. I did say that yesterday.
Last time.
Well, no, I was on socials yesterday.
On socials.
Yeah,
Got it. Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Yeah. So, and you can find us at Magical Destinations Travel Co. That's Instagram and Facebook. Magical Dest Trav on X. YouTube, Magical Destinations Travel Company, but it's at Disney Vibes.
That's the easiest way.
And bookmdtravel.com. That's our website. And until next time, friends.
Let the vacation vibes flow.
Find Disney Vibes for all your vacation needs on the web at bookmdtravel.com.